get into PICA and the fun times you can have with it. Yes, you need to understand that I have a sense of humor that is needed. Why? Because most of the time with really wild shit, you gotta have a sense of humor. If you don't got a sense of humor, you ain't surviving, honey. Not in this world anymore. Please forgive me. My son was deciding he needs a bounce on the trampoline. Go figure. So, with PICA, here's a nice thing, and it's a nice thought. Hey, look, headset. Anyway, so with PICA, fun times. What PICA is, and it is it's a diagnosis of when someone or some child after the age of teething and mouthing, which is usually between the ages of 4 and 5, once they get out of that whole I need to shove everything in my mouth because it needs to be tasted, they keep going. My child not only mouths, he also eats inedible objects. Yep. Things that technically can be eaten, but definitely should not be eaten. Last summer we found out pine cones were not a good idea to eat. What do you need, little man? Come here. You want to say hi? Come here. Sticks. We've had sticks. When my son was about 5-ish, well, between the ages of 3 and 5, my son had a big obsession with licking tires. Yep. Y'all's children like to lick windows. Mine licked tires and chewed on walls. Talk about some strange shit. He has eaten bugs. He's eaten various things. Some things we don't talk about because it was bad. And you think, well, why don't you keep your son away from these things? At first, I didn't. I figured the more germs my son could get, better his immune system's going to be. Well, my son has a horrid obsession with silicone and plastic, like plastic grocery bags. Hey, come here. Say hi. Say hi, little man. I know, you're so silly. So that's what we deal with on the daily. Making sure he doesn't eat any bags and making sure he doesn't chew up any silicone stuff. It's a chewing habit. A lot of times with chewing habits, you can look online under children's chew toys. They now have a huge line of them. We've got Lego blocks, we've got race cars, we've got chewies. Yes, I use the same word that they use for dogs. Chew toys. Because that's what they are. What it is it helps them, well, in my son's case, it helps with his PICA so that way he has something to chew on. And it gives him the feeling of silicone. So that way he has the sensation in his mouth that he enjoys. Now remember, a lot of PICA / autism has sensory. Lots of it deals with sensory. How things feel in your mouth, on your hands, on your skin, how things taste, how they smell. It all deals with sensory. With that being said, it's been a wild ride so far. But guess what? We're going to keep going because there's tons more. I need to better explain PICA. PICA is the eating of non-edible items. Yes. It is not eating till you get sick. That's Prater, or that's, is it Willie Prater's? Or it's Prater Willie's. It's one of those two. That's a completely different disease or diagnosis than PICA. PICA is just the mouthing and or eating of items that are not edible. Things that we're not supposed to eat. Plastic, metals, chalk, ground, rocks, liquid cleaners, weird shit. Things that when you fill out your wonderful forms for your pregnancy, it's like, do you crave these items? Other than ice, everything on there is things that we're not supposed to eat or drink. But people with PICA will eat everything and anything. We're talking down to the point of fecal matter. They will chew on everything and anything. Clothing, wood, metal, cushions. Basically, how I describe it to people when they ask me about pica is, my child is a baby goat. It sounds really bad, but basically, whatever a baby goat will eat, your child will try. Absolutely. That's how I've experienced it. Anywho. What can you do? I have a baby goat for a child. He's not really a baby goat because he's quite massive now, but at one point, he was absolutely a baby goat. So that means you have to do things like you have to lock up your garbage cans. I had to lock my garbage can in my bathroom for a very long time because my bathroom had a lot of stuff that he could chew and try to eat on. That includes feminine products or bottles that, you know, he enjoyed the sensation of having the container in his mouth because of the smoothness or things like that. Or like bags, because he would put them in his mouth and attempt to blow bubbles, and then he started eating them. We'll just say many people understand the thought of what happens when a cat eats tinsel. Try doing that with your child for a few years, because he would be a sneaky little turd. And I would go through everything daily, and still that little shit would hide bags places. How we got him, I don't know. But I would still find them. Most of the time I would find them sooner, but evidence was quite clear that there were days he got into bags and I didn't know it. Think about it.